Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about timely discussion on the Dhamma. It is one of such a blessing. As the Dhamma is a profound subject, it needs sincere effort to understand it properly and grasp it for practical use in life. This can be made easily through discussion with others who have a thorough knowledge of theory and practice of the Dhamma. As bodies, we should have right time for discussion with intelligent or wise or spin peoples. That it is the way to increase our knowledge. So we cannot discuss when we have no knowledge. We have no Dhamma knowledge, right? So we can discuss each other when we have knowledge. So we are able to get idea from the wise people or the experienced people, right? Especially parable master, right? They know the Dhamma properly and clearly. That's why it is useful for us to associate with Buddhist monks or wise people. Yes, it necessary for us to grasp the Dhamma easily. When we understand or grasp the Dhamma easily, we can use or we can practice the Dhamma easily. So when we practice the Dhamma, we can reach Nirvana. It means we can rely Nirvana. Okay. So we not do meditation all the time. We have a time for relax, or we have the time for discuss the Dhamma, for discussing the Dhamma. So we bodies, we should have the right time for discuss with the wise people or the wise monks, right? Because sometimes we are free when we don't have the good time for discussion with our friends or our teachers, so we can do something useless because we are free, right? We have no work to do as a householder. We are Buddhist monks, right? We are free. We have enough time to develop ourselves. But layman women are hard to discuss Dhamma. They are so busy. They try to earn a living for their families or for themselves. That's why they have less time to discuss Dhamma. But we are Buddhist men. We have enough time to discuss Dhamma, and we should divide the time for doing meditation, for chanting, right? Listening to the Dhamma, going for arm round, right? Or we can divide time for discussion, right? For discussion, the Dhamma discussion. When we are free, but we don't have the time for do the merit. We do something outside the merit. I mean, we do unwholesome deed or unwholesome states. So we cannot keep monkhood forever. That's why we should have the time for Dhamma discussion. We should have the right time for Dhamma discussion, right? Yeah, we not take the whole time for doing meditation, right? As I mentioned earlier, we divide the time into many parts for chanting, going for arm round, doing meditation, listening to the Dhamma, and the right time for Dhamma discussion, right? So when we don't waste the time, right? So we we can use the time for the right way. We can develop ourselves easily, right? So development or anger does not disturb us, right? Does not disturb us because most of the time we spend for the merits, for the wholesome deeds. That's why the bad action, the bad state cannot destroy, cannot interrupt us, right? Even though we are, but I want to say, I see, right? Buddhist monks who are free, they don't know how to use the time for the right way. They use for do something useless. They can sleep a lot. Yes, they playing game. They lazy to study. Then take time for doing meditation, listening to the Dhamma, but they listen to the song or music, right? They they spend time for chanting, for preaching the Dhamma, listen to the Dhamma, right? But a little bit. So they cannot use the most of time for the merit, right? They use less time for the Dhamma, for the merit, but they use much time for something useless. That's why they can use the time in the right way. So it's good for us when we do the same thing on the same on the same time, right? We can get bored sometimes, right? We listen to the Dhamma, we chanting again and again. Most of the time we spend the time for chanting. So the same thing that we do in our daily life, we can get bored, right? So we should have we should divide the time in different ways for listen to the Dhamma, for the Dhamma discussion, or for doing meditation, right? So many parts of time that we divide for the most good deed, right? Most good deed. Okay. And this is necessary for us to discuss the Dhamma with the wise people or the wise venerables, right? Yes, venerable monks. So the wise venerable monks can help us to understand the Dhamma clearly, because it's not easy. The Buddha teaching are not easy for us to to grasp, to understand, because it's written in Malay language, and it is not the simple words. It is not the simple person ideas. It is not the not the simple people's ideas, but the Buddha's idea, who was the great one, who was the awakened, right? So we how do I say? He was enlightened one, or how do I say? Enlightened one, right? Enlightened one. So he knew all the things. He preached the Dhamma many points that many points we cannot understand. That's why we need to search for good friends or teacher to us and to transfer the ideas or experience each other's, right? That's why we can grasp the Dhamma easily. When we grasp the Dhamma properly, so it's not difficult for us to practice. We can reach the Dhamma practice easily. We can see the Buddha teaching through our practice. So necessary for us to learn and to practice the Buddha teaching. Alright, when we cannot understand, and then we don't ask the wise people, don't discuss the Dhamma with the intelligent or experienced people, we cannot we are unable of doing the Dhamma, right? Practicing the Dhamma, it's hard for us. So it is not convenient. It is inconvenient for us when we are alone and we just listen to the Dhamma. We have no thorough knowledge, so we don't understand the theory. How we cannot practice, right? So to practice, you should study the theory of the Buddha, the concept of the Buddha first. When you don't understand the concept of the Buddha or the theory of the Buddha, you cannot practice in the right way. You can choose the wrong way for your practical use in your life. So I think it's good for us to discuss the Dhamma, right, in the right time. Yes, when we we get bored, we don't want to practice the Buddha teaching, we don't want to keep the holy life, so it is good for us to come and gather together to discuss the Dhamma, right? We can put the topic, select the profound topic to discuss, right? So when we discuss, we can share our experience with people around us. Okay, so it is the way to encourage us to keep a holy life. Yeah, sometimes we don't want to chant, to do meditation, go for arm round, do the good deed, right? We are lazy because of development disturb us, make us unhappy or not satisfied in the Buddha, in Dhamma practice. So we can change or we can disrobe because we are not happy to keep monkhood or holy life. That's why it is a good time for us, a right time for us to discuss the Buddha teaching. So we gather together and then we select a good topic for discussing. Yes, it is very necessary for us to keep a monkhood, right? And when we are angry or we make mistake, so when we make mistake or do something wrong on time for Dhamma discussing, we will see a mistake and then we can give up the mistake easily. If we don't give up a mistake, remove a fault or guilty, so we cannot come and gather together for Dhamma discussing, right? So it's good for us to discuss Dhamma on the right. It's good for us to discuss the Dhamma in the right time, right? Yes, in the right time. We can learn from people around us, especially for the intelligent or wise peoples, right? People. When we learn and we practice, so it's not the time of development. So development have no opportunity to disturb or to harm us. Development will take away from us. But when we have much time, we are lazy to practice or to discuss the Dhamma, so we are easy to change our manhood or to disrobe, right? Because we have no time to discuss the Dhamma, do meditation or chanting. So we are lazy, we want to sleep again and again, so development arise, so can push you to householder, right? You don't want to keep holy life as manhood forever. So you are no longer a Buddhist monk, right? You will disrobe easily. Okay. That's why Buddhist monks should come and gather together in one suitable place, and then they should discuss the Dhamma. So to discuss the Dhamma, you can exchange your ideas. Sometimes you misunderstand when you discuss with your friends or with the teacher. You can change your idea. You will choose the right way to walk, right? When you don't discuss, you think you are right. So when you practice, you are in the wrong way. So it's a waste of time. When you don't understand the Dhamma clearly, and then you practice the Dhamma. So how bad you are when you spend many years for Dhamma practice, but you cannot get anything from your practice because you don't follow the Buddha teaching. That's why when you learn and you practice the Dhamma, you should understand first. Okay, understand the Dhamma first. It's very necessary for you to learn, because it is the map for you. You walk, right? If you don't see the map, so you can walk in the right way or in the wrong way. Okay. So it's good, right? Many important on relevant to Dhamma discussion, right? And you can increase your knowledge, change your idea, your wrong understanding, make you happy during Dhamma discussion. You want to learn the Dhamma a lot when you discuss. You want to ask the question. You are not lazy. If you are lazy, you have no idea to answer to the question. You try to search more and more in order to be a skillful teacher or skillful student. You want to help other people when you know a lot. So you try to learn, you try to discuss, you want to be skillful, to be intelligent monks or people. That's why you try to learn, you try to discuss Dhamma. So it's a good way for us to discuss Dhamma in order to understand the Dhamma clearly. When you understand the Dhamma properly, you can practice the Dhamma easily. So when you practice the Dhamma in the right way, you can see the Four Noble Truths. When you see the Four Noble Truths, you can end up suffering. So when you end up suffering, it means that you reach Nirvana. So Nirvana is the real peace, ultimate peace. That the Buddhists wish for the Nirvana. So to reach Nirvana, you don't forget to practice the Buddha teaching. When before you practice the Dhamma, you should study the Dhamma clearly. So to understand the Dhamma clearly, you should discuss with your friends or the wise people. Yes, thank you for your attention. Bye bye.